Introducing the Obamacare family. Kathleen, Polly, Nancy, Barry, and stupid little Joey. Ready for action. On your marks, let's start the Failure Feud. And now, the star of Failure Feud, this failure. Yeah! We surveyed 100 people, top 10 answers on the board. Here's the question. Why is Obamacare a great deal? Ooh, you like it? You keep it. You remember the president saying this, right?
If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan.
Yeah, unfortunately for Obamacare, in his own regulations, he lays out the actual truth. 40 to 67% of customers will not be able to keep their policy. And that's before Obamacare fully kicks in. Why will they lose their policy? Well, even the smallest of changes, like $5 copay increases, will take away your grandfather status, and you'll have to change plans. Sounds more like, if you like it, you lose it. But it's just those unlucky people who won't be able to keep their plans, right? Oh, small individual potatoes. It's just those people on the individual market. It's a small percentage. Problem is, that's not true at all. By their own estimates, 93 million Americans will lose their plan and have to switch to something else. However, a health policy analyst at Duke says this is an understatement. He says it's 129 million people, at least. Either way, that's not small potatoes. That's more like big, fat, French fried potatoes, which sound delicious right about now. What about Obamacare's price tag? That seemed like a great deal. Low price of $900 billion. You remember the sales pitch, right?
Add it all up, and the plan I'm proposing will cost around $900 billion over 10 years.
Only $900 billion. Of course, they intentionally set things up so the projections would include 4 years of the law where there were no costs. I bet that just snuck in there, too, of course. When it was 10 years of the full law, they knew it would be much higher. They knew the cost would go up. New estimate of Obamacare? Ooh, the high price of $1.88 trillion. But it's worth it, right? I mean, people are going to be saving so much money on their nice, shiny new premiums. You win $2,500. It's like the lottery. You get $2,500 in your pocket automatically. It's true because Obama said it's true.
And if you've got health care, we're going to work with your employer to lower your premiums by $2,500 per family per year.
Unfortunately, none of this is happening. You see, this is the way it's supposed to look. It's supposed to be way, way, way down here. It's supposed to decrease from here by $2,500 down to here, but instead it's way up there. You see, instead of a $2,500 decrease, it's over a $3,000 increase. A miss of over $5,000. Back to the board. Yeah, see, you didn't win $2,500. You lost $3,000. You loser. It didn't turn out quite like the president's estimates, now did it? So it looks like, after all is said and done, you are screwed. But on the bright side, it's not just health care. It's a jobs machine! Yeah, the Obamacare job machine. At least that's what Nancy Pelosi claimed.
So this bill is not only about the health security of America, it's about jobs. In its life, it will create 4 million jobs, 400,000 jobs almost immediately.
I guess she missed the CBO report that estimates that over the next 10 years, Obamacare will shrink the labor force by 800,000 jobs. Just remember that. Even if you're unemployed, you still need insurance, or else you're going to get fined. Not really a jobs machine, more like a job destroyer. But thankfully, even if you don't have a job, Obamacare is so cheap. How cheap is it, Mr. President? Oh, cheaper than your iPhone. Really, it's true. He said it.
Knowing you can offer your family the security of health care. That's priceless. And now you can do it for less than your cell phone bill.
Cheaper than your cell phone bill. They must have had one hell of a data plan, because no one I know has an iPhone that costs $15,000 a year. Even looking at the cheapest plans for young, healthy people, the average premium is $129 a month for a catastrophic plan, $163 for a bronze plan, and $203 for a silver plan. You need to switch providers, Mr. President. Also, you could purchase health care for a much cheaper price years ago, before Obamacare. How do I know? We put it in a #1 New York Times bestseller in 2009. As Glenn wrote in Arguing with Idiots on ehealthinsurance.com, I filled out the form, and believe it or not, there was a company out there willing to insure my 45-year-old out-of-shape coronary-in-waiting self for just $94 a month. Now, that was a great deal back then. Obviously, Glenn is older and fatter, so I'm sure his e-health insurance rate has gone up, just like his cholesterol. So, no, there won't be any Obamacare cheaper than your cell phone, but it will be cheaper than some things related to the iPhone. It's cheaper than Steve Jobs' house. You know who gets a great deal on health care, though? Dead people. Oh, yeah. What? Death panels. Now the left seems to be against death panels, of course, at least the phrase death panels. Just ask liberal economist Grand Wizard Paul Krugman.
You have to make decisions about health care. Not pay for health care that has no demonstrated medical benefits. And so, the snarky version I use, which is, I shouldn't even say that gets me in trouble, is death panels.
See, it's the snarky version of what he's saying, but it is exactly what he's saying. In other words, yes, death panels are going to exist, but we're not going to call them death panels. Come on, that's silly. No matter what you call them, Obamacare does create brand new life and death decisions. From the Wall Street Journal. For a cancer patient, medical coverage is a matter of life and death. Take away people's ability to control their medical coverage choices, and they may die. I guess that is a highly effective way to control medical costs. Perhaps that's the point. So it goes from, what, death panels too? Okay, it's death panels. Don't think about that last part, though. Obamacare is so great. Everyone wants to have it. I think so, at least. We wish we could participate, but Kathleen Sebelius would love to be part of the exchange. She would. Oh, but she would love it. But she just can't.
Why will you not agree?
I am not eligible for the exchange.
Not eligible, really, Kathleen. I got some great news for you. As American, you're an American, I'm an American. Every American is allowed to buy coverage through the marketplace as long as they are legal residents and not currently incarcerated yet. Unfortunately, that's kind of where I'm hoping you end up with all this crap. But you can drop your robust employer coverage. Don't worry. You're legal, and you can pay your own way for a crappier deal. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a law. It's a law, and it can't be altered. Except, of course, if that law is run by the IRS, of course. You see, the way the law was written, the government could only give free money out to states that ran their own exchanges. What the government didn't predict is that the vast majority of the states didn't want anything to do with that. That's why they're going to healthcare.gov. So how do you get around this little problem? Well, you ignore the law that's written in stone, and you change it so you can give free money away to everybody. So much easier that way. They're getting sued for that one. That's how blatant it was. You see, it's a law, and it can't be altered, at least by you. You can't alter it. They can alter it all they want. Speaking of healthcare.gov, how great is that website? Oh, it's as easy as buying a 4-foot inflatable dinosaur. You remember what Obama promised, right?
Just visit healthcare.gov. And there you can compare insurance plans side by side, the same way you'd shop for a plane ticket on Kayak or a TV on Amazon.
Yeah, it's as simple as buying a ridiculous 4-foot inflatable dinosaur on Amazon, right? Right? Where's that? Would we have a picture of the 4-foot inflatable dinosaur somewhere? I hope we do. Oh, look at that. Isn't that adorable? Don't you want that? But the weird thing is, when I ordered the stupid dinosaur, I didn't get this error sign. Yeah, the dinosaur site is never down at the moment. See, the truth is, buying Obamacare isn't as easy as buying a 4-foot inflatable dinosaur. Buying Obamacare is as sensible as buying a 4-foot inflatable dinosaur. Well, it's kind of embarrassing when you look at the whole board like that, isn't it? Sure doesn't seem like a great deal. But, you know, hey, after being caught in lie after lie after lie, let's give it up. What's the chance of progressives starting to tell the truth about Obamacare? Survey says...
If you find something stupid on social media that you want stupid...